On your mark.
So underway in time final number 2 of the under-18 men's 4x800 metres. So the time to beat is 8:05.20. So Mornington Peninsula represented by Charlie Kybird, Kilos St Bernard's by Samuel Scadella, Zaverians by Jerry Stamoulos, Mentone by Sam Albiston, St Kevin's by Jack Bowen. It's all happening up in the commentary box. It's very remiss of me not to mention that one of our starters has been mentored fabulously by Peter Dunn from Aberfeldy, who multitasks as track referee, competition director, Merit Award holder for Athletics Victoria. So big thank you to Peter and his team and all of our Victorian officials. But let's get back to something that's a little bit more important on the track, which is Mentone moving into first, Mornington Pen next, St Kevin's. So 1 lap to go, around 56. This is how they started in the first time final. So the young man from Mentone, Sam Albiston, leads them out. Charlie Kybird just dropping off the pace at the moment. St Kevin's are in third. That's Jack Bowen, Old Zaverians and Kilos St Bernard's. But the race now, only on the first leg, the gap between Mentone and Mornington Pen. Still a long way to travel, 7 laps to go, or 6.5. Coming in to hand over Sam Albiston to Hudson Bucci for Mentone. Mornington Pen will pass to Ethan Godding. St Kevin's will hand over to Noah Seawack. So Mentone, about 2:01 for the first leg. Mornington Pen next. St Kevin's, a solid handover, then Old Zaverians followed by Kilos and Bernard's. So each of the runners in the Mentone team, or any team that wins this timed final, will need to, on average, run about a 2:01. So the first leg run by Sam Albiston was just a shade under 2:01. So Bucci, Byrne and Gibson for Mentone have got to average 2:01 in order to be in the hunt for a gold medal in the final of this under-18 4x8. So very long striding. Bucci comes down, finishes 400 with 400 to go. Mornington Peninsula's Ethan Godding staying in touch, which is good to see. And St Kevin's will be next. Ben Forster. Beg your pardon, Noah Suak. My apologies, we're getting a bit ahead of ourselves. We're talking about the third runners. So Noah for St Kevin's, Godding for Mornington Pen, and out in front for Mentone, Ethan Gooding. For Old Zaverians, Anthony Stamoulos. He's got 1 lap to go in his leg, and Max Ibic from Kilos St Bernard's. So 200 out from Mentone. 4:02 is the time on the clock that will keep Mentone in the hunt to beat Collingwood's 8:05.20. So they're at 4:09, so slightly outside the time. So Mentone will need to get a rig along if they want to challenge the great Griffiths team of Collingwood. Morning Peninsula, Teddy Banks has now got the baton. Ben Forster for St Kevin's, currently in third place. For Old Zaverians, it'll be Oliver Evans. And then handing over for Kilos St Bernard's, Luke Matthews. So heading into the home straight again for Mentone. Thomas Byrne. It was 4:07. So he needs to peg back around 6:05 or thereabouts to keep them in the hunt. So he's on reasonably good pace. He's got to come back in less than 60 seconds. So the range for the top three in the first time final was 8:05 to 8:10. So Collingwood 8:05.20, Knox 8:07.77, Box Hill 8:10.25. So Old Zaverian's 1 lap to go. That's Oliver Evans in his leg, and Keilor St Bernard's Luke Matthews. So Mentone will come down and hand over to Alexander Gibson. Peninsula's last runner is Brodie Atchison. St Kevin's will be represented by Patrick Retzko. Will come down to get the bell lap. I think it might be a big ask for them to get back to 8:05. So the clock just ticks over to 17:18. We could see our medalists come from the first heat, but a lot's happening. Keilor St Bernard's and Old Zaverians go out with their last runners in Kai Gillingham and Joshua Augustinus. So Mornington Pen a lap to go, followed by St Kevin's. So Brodie Atchison and Patrick Retzko. Eight minutes. I think we should see our medalists come from the first timed final. But Mentone turn the corner for the last time, come down into the home straight. Represented by Sam Ulverston, Hudson Bucci, Thomas Byrne, Alexander Gibson. Big round of applause for the team from Mentone. Take out time final number 2. Mornington Pen challenging the last 30 metres, but it will be St Kevin's. We'll stay ahead slightly from Mornington Peninsula, but great finish from both those teams.